I think energy drinks are healthy, right? Are they? I think science says that they are healthy. Anyways, we're gonna be playing, working some lapel guard stuff. Whoa! Remember my first day on YouTube. Anyways, we got 3 of our wonderful athletes here. We got Ethan, our little pan champ, over in the corner over there with my boy. My boy's gonna be competing in his first kids pans, which is gonna be awesome for him. And then we have this scary little monster, Abby. So we're gonna be working on some fun stuff with lapel guard and how to help improve the level quicker. But if you guys have any questions that pop up, or if you guys are watching the replay, don't forget to subscribe, ask any questions, and hopefully I don't help her too much to where then she can beat me up. That would hurt my feelings. No, we're not doing that much help today, okay?
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna adjust the camera so we can get some good angles here, guys. Okay, good. Okay, now.
Perfect. All right. So, not sponsored, but I do like taking money from people. If you want to sponsor me, give me the lapel. Okay, so you get here really good, right? Keep in mind, if you guys have any questions, you better ask, or I poke somebody in the eyes. That's closest to me. I'm just kidding. All right, so you get here. You're getting this guy really easy. And we're struggling to feed it here. Where are you struggling to feed? Never happened. Sorry, Mom. Okay. So you get here. Yeah. And then what? And then your body doesn't move. You don't follow? Okay, I will tell you. One thing I really like about lapel guard is that it's actually interesting. Strength and weaknesses of the guard. If the lapel is tucked in, lapel guard's at its weakest, right? As the lapel gets out, it gets significantly stronger. So you can go from having like a decent guard retention to you get the lapel out and your guard retention can jump to an extremely high level. When you're thinking about lapel guard, I always have my feet in what's called the stirrups. So if you're controlling the lapel to your right foot goes into the lapel here, and the other foot is going to be blocking the other side. So obviously they throw the feet one way, you're catching here, they throw the other, same with down, and then if they go up, you put your foot under the lapel, and it's basically impossible to pass as long as if the person on bottom is focused and paying attention. So the real trick is, like, as you're weathering that storm, is finding opportunities to feed the grip. This may be wrong, but I feel like I see you do a decent job getting the pant grip, which this is the hardest part. You get this, it should be pretty much checkmate. But my perception from my memory of watching some of your rounds is that as you kick, you then feed as they're like done stepping. So my encouragement to you is that as you off balance, to feed at the exact same time. Okay, but look, I didn't move a lot with this one, but if you go elbow deep, so think elbow joint to behind their knee joint, look at my hands available. So like my arm is like pretty long, but your arms are not super short for obviously your age. So then when I'm here, I'm already ready to feed the grip. The biggest thing you have to pay attention to get practice now is getting tight to this leg so they can't just like high step out. So think about bringing your knee to your chest and stepping your foot out. That's what you got to pay attention to. But even if that happens, you shoot this foot through, now you're in lapel lasso. You know what I mean? This is to where like lapel guard is super annoying. Not for me, thankfully, because I don't have to fight people that play lapel guard. People that do are quite one-dimensional with their attack, right? So the goal with this lapel guard is to help her never make friends in jiu-jitsu because people hate that she plays lapel guard. It is very nice. I'm just kidding, by the way. Anyways, so when you're here, we do the off balance, and as I'm off balancing, I'm catching the leg and I'm feeding. But look, I don't have to like go under here to feed. Feeding right to my hand. It's ready and available. So I will bunch up this because you know I like to go to the false sweep lapel. Nobody look, okay? Actually, you can look. I'm not going to show it. Top secret technique. controlling the collar is good. I also like doing this. I don't think the control is better, but it definitely helps me set up my false rear stuff. Anyways, so we're gonna be here. Fall to your side. You feel good here? Do you ever go shin to shin? Okay, how does that normally go? Good. So, for all you wonderful people watching this, number one, you better be subscribed or I'm gonna make her do a lot of push-ups today. It'll be your fault, okay? Do not hurt her feelings. But you gotta pay attention to people pulling their leg out. So there's two things we could do. I use my top foot in two different ways. Number one, you can put it on top of the quad. What you don't wanna do, especially if you're friends with or competing against Austin or Randy, do not point your toes to the belly button and put it here. You will be what's called istima locked, and it will not just break your foot, but it'll break your heart, okay? Don't do that. The other thing is I go what's called shin to shin. So my left foot is gonna come under and connect to this little puppy right here. So now she tries to pull her leg out. She now is heartbroken, okay? Because she is not getting it out. But she also should have known better because I'm a self-proclaimed lapel king, okay? Crowned myself, by myself, population of 1, okay? How comfortable are you right now? Not comfortable at all, okay? Yeah, you guys are making me explain this and being mean to her. Your fault, okay? So once you're here, you now can feed the grip, okay? The biggest thing is keeping the knee above the knee. And if they can actually keep balancing, this is pretty good. Rotate to the side. But it's like really important that you don't do this number. You see how like my hips are facing this way, my chest is starting to try to face this way? I'm always keeping my body biomechanically safe. Not just for the point of safety, but it's also like where it's strongest. So then, the far hip, and then we do our business of sitting up, grabbing the pants, and attacking. How does that normally end for you? Is the part that the guard falls down the most, is do the first grip feed, or?
Yeah, but then like once I go into the back, they're like
Okay, so let me go to your knees then. Into the lapel, and feed the first grip. Other leg, thank you. Jiminy Christmas. So you get here, is this knee to the mat? Okay, put this knee to the mat. And I'm guessing Jackson, you start with Jackson the most here? Or with who? So you sit up, and what do they have? They frame or hug or what? They just try to turn and face you? Yeah. If you allow them to get here, this can stink. So when you get here, you can go back to the mat. Right? If you can grab like the far hip, that's really good. If they're grabbing the collar, you can obviously like control a sleeve, elbow, and then arm bar. The other thing you think to do too is why you keep this is to just straighten out your leg. So all I'm doing is just taking my leg and watch this. Straightening it out. So as I straighten it out, what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna bring my left heel to my butt, and I'm gonna rotate up to my knee and just drive my foot to the ground here. So when you think about it, what are you gonna do? You're gonna try, if you're smart, yeah, you're gonna try to get to your side. Yes. She's so smart. Because if you're a dodo, okay, you're gonna sit up and try to like take my back. And then I'm gonna be wondering who let you come in here, because that is a silly idea. Or they'll fall back for an ankle lock, which again, who on earth let you in here, okay? But the trick is keeping their knee under your knee. So if their knee comes under here, this can be a pickle. Like, yeah, you got your 2 points, but now you're giving them an equal chance to fight. I don't want to give my partner turns at all. So when we're here, the knee has to stay above the knee. And one thing that can help too is if they do start to get it under, turn your knee down towards the mat, chest down towards the mat. Right here like this. And then you can drive your leg through more, circle up top, start attacking the arm, and finish however you like. But the most important thing to remember too is this. When you sweep somebody, if you sweep them up to that position and they do not have a guard, you get your 2 points. If they're really fighting to come up, and you can tell they're about to get the leg in, or something like X, if you want to game the system, which is part of being a competitor, it's not cheating. What you do is you basically allow them to come up. So go to your back, I'll show you what I mean. And your back, yeah, so get in the exact same position. So like, imagine you sweep somebody, you get 2 points. Then, they try to come up, because they did not have a guard, they come on top, it's called a reversal, okay? So I'm here, fighting, boom, ref gives me 2. Now you are fighting to really come up, maybe your knee's almost starting to come over. So now I just sit to my butt, you come up, and you're like, oh, cool, look how good I am. but you're still in reverse double worm. Now I have guard, and now it's 2-0. And I have lapel guard. Then you do the exact same thing again. Attack. You can now change up your attacks to however you want to play. Ready? You ready? So you have to though. This is one thing I'm like really learning is you have to pay extra close attention to the rule set you're competing in. Obviously, the biggest one that we care about is IBGF. AGF is similar, but you obviously have the double pull rule. So both of you double pull. When one comes up, it's 2 points instead of an advantage, which I think is completely ridiculous, but it's okay. So paying attention to your partner has a guard, which is why with the false reef lapel, I've been working so much on different ways to come up so they do not have a guard. I don't want people to have a guard. If I can fight somebody without them having a guard, my probability of them beating them is significantly higher. Does that make sense? All right. Do you want to try to do that grip feed stuff a couple times? Because that's the point, at least from my memory, that I at least want you to work on the most. Look how tall I am. It's like half of my body is cut off. I'm going to adjust that a little bit. If you guys have any questions, please comment in the chat so I can help you guys. Say hi so you don't hurt my feelings. And you better subscribe to the YouTube channel right now because I already made a video explaining this to you. But your jiu-jitsu does get 20% better if you subscribe. If you don't, it's 30% worse. Think about it. Okay, ready? All right, so you got the lapel. Good. Off balance. Good, little center, go again. I want like below this elbow, kick down, sit up, back of the elbow to here, and feeding it to. So you should almost be like feeding it like right here. Better. Yes. And then kind of straighten the arm out, pinch it. Yeah, there you go. Good. Yeah, you can even work the shin to shin. Connect it. Yes. This. Yeah, because what are they going to do from here? Now you just literally rotate your body up and over to behind. Yes. Now you have like an angle at the back. And you set up, got the floor hip, and then you hurt their feelings. Perfect. The more you can make them cry, better. Absolutely. And I want you to try to, if you see that I'm already like this, like super staggered, there's no real point in off balancing. So okay, yes. Good. Owie. No, don't just push it, get it down to the mat. And keep it there, now feed. Yeah. Oh, light bulb. Ow. Gosh. What did you eat this morning for breakfast? I sound these things. Your Wheaties. I'm going to show you one more annoying thing after this. Hey. You could have kept the shin to shin. Yeah. So, how it impacts the posture does change, but everything you can do with lapel guard, with the lapels, you can also do with the belt. Think about those apples for 1 minute. So, I'll give you an example. Jeez, you messed up my gi. All right, so check this out. There'll be times, especially if they're like crouched down, adding a lot of pressure. Maybe I'm not in the exact position like I want to be in. Playing with one belt is not great because it can like come undone. But keep in mind, if it comes undone, you then get the lapel. This is where you're having a hard time getting the lapel because they're constantly being offensive. So if you can bunch up both, you can put your foot. How a lot of people play is under. It's not wrong. I like to play here. So think of like almost like a spider guard like this here. But when you get here, you can sit up, feed the lapel or feed the belt over your foot, and you do everything the exact same way. So then you fall through here, boom, up and over. Everything is the exact same. Everybody close your eyes, okay? This is false sweep lapel stuff, way advanced, top secret. So go ahead and while the video plays, guys, do this, please. And then I'll tell you when to take your hands off. Okay, thank you for covering your eyes. I'll let you guys know, okay? So, you go from here, you play false straight lapel. I know. So a big brain. Okay, you guys can uncover your eyes. Thanks for playing along with that. All right. Sound good? All right. Is it cold?
Yeah, it's cold. It's free. It's like makes my gums cold.
Make your gummy gums cold. Oh. All right. Ethan, would you guys go over? Is it good?
Yeah, just stop keeping a lasso and want a little help with gator roll.
Cool.
What else did we go over? Oh, keeping his guard from getting passed by Lizzie. Lizzie keeps
Yeah.
mutilating him.
Lizzie's awesome.
Yeah. Just trying to retain his guard so he can actually get to play guard a little bit so he doesn't try to get mutilated.
It's good. All right, you want to go work with Abby? And then you can work with me. Ethan, get on over here, Mr. Mustache Man.
Which one?
Huh?
Which one?
No, not lapel guard. If you, let's see, when should I let Lincoln practice lapel guard?
Today.
Not today.
Maybe we want to see when it was a pant title. Not to.
Why a
I'd like to
big
see
title?
some collar sleeve flat back and omoplatas. I want to see some good omoplatas. Remember, chest to your knee. That's what traps the arm. The biggest, craziest details about omoplatas. Okay. Okay. Yokino Taco Bell.
What is
I don't know. If I remember right, it's the Taco Bell dog.
that? The Taco Bell dog.
Yep. All right. Go work some collar sleeve stuff with Abby.
Abby?
Abby, do you remember the flat back stuff at all?
Yeah.
Good. Help Lincoln a little bit with it and help his guard get better. Lincoln, if you show me that your flat back collar sleeve stuff is like money, killing it with it, I'll teach you lapel guard. Deal?
I never really need to use
And we'll make your, basically you at yellow belt focused on lapel guard stuff. But at your gray belt, I need some collar sleeve magic. Deal? Boha. Alright. Ready? When you play lapel guard, what are some areas you struggle most at with it? Like where does it fall apart the most? While you think, would you go get me a water, please? Guys, and I want to know with you, where does it fall apart for you? I want to help you, okay? Unless you're a Raiders fan. I don't know. I don't know if I can help a Raiders fan. I can help you with jiu-jitsu, but it's a pretty big hole if you're a Raiders fan. All right. What questions do you have? Not even questions. Where does it fall apart? I know Aston does a really good job sprawling the leg away.
He does a good job untangling it, but then I just go to a lapel lasso and just start entering from there. I've just not had enough time to practice play with that because he's been sick for a long time.
Yeah, he's been sick this week. Really stinks. Guys, if you don't want to get sick, try not getting sick.
Helpful.
Yeah. Would you get your phone so I can see the chat and stuff for me? And I'm going to talk to these folks. I don't know if you guys know this. The Skittles variation of this. It's pretty good. Lincoln, I don't see you working back there, sir. Hello. Let's go get to work. You want to be a pan champ? Anyways. Yeah. You ready? Gotta fix the hair first thing in the morning. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna help Ethan go over some lapel stuff. Probably work a little bit more of lapel lasso with this little gremlin. And then after that, we may work some with Lincoln, but we're also for sure gonna be doing some Ironman rounds, a little bit of sparring, these sparring Ironman rounds are going to be really focused on basically the starting positions of what we're trying to get better at. For example, myself, I'm going to be working on the false reap lapel, and not so much playing with the entries because I feel really confident with the entries, but the entries take a little time, and I really want to focus on very specific areas of that guard. And then obviously, Ethan is going to have a little bit of a different position, along with Abby, and I don't know. We'll figure out if we can work in Lincoln. Lincoln is literally 80. I don't know. He's a big turd. When he competes at Pans, he has to go in the heavyweight division. He's 7. What? What do we feed him? Anyways, make sure you guys subscribe to the YouTube channel. Let me know what questions or help you guys need with lapel guard or any guard, as long as it's not deep half, because I don't respect that guard. Unless it's done by Jeff Glover. Then okay. Respect. Little ASMR. All right, Ethan. Now, from what it sounds like, you believe that you are Mr. Perfect, right?
No. I just don't struggle.
I just don't struggle with jiu-jitsu.
No, I just don't struggle using lapel guard against white belts. That's all I have to do it against.
No, that's not bad. Okay. Go ahead and come over here. So, what's the best way to defend something? That's actually a true answer. Another what I was thinking about was the better you understand how to play something, the better understand you how to defend something. So a lot of people, when they think about a triangle, they don't get their head and a shoulder trapped between their legs. Yeah, that's right. But you also think about how they need to collapse the shoulder to the neck. They want the back of their knee to your neck. And what you can do is you can like reverse engineer that to take away some of the critical parts that they need to make that work. So your car, if you understand what makes it run, what makes it work, you take out something as small as a spark plug, how far are you gonna get? Not very far. You take out the belt in your engine, how far are you gonna get? Not very far. But you have so many of the critical pieces correct in the car, but if you take away some of those critical points of like a belt or a spark plug, it all falls apart. So where you're doing it with like a white belt, it shouldn't be judged as in, well, they're just white belts. It's what? It's how are my mechanics and how am I thinking and viewing my mechanics with those people. And then you scale the resistance with other people at different levels. What you want to be careful about though is judging them based off their belt color. Because if you remember when you were a white belt, you know what I mean? Not all white belts are created equal. Not all white belts have the work ethic and focus that you do. Same with blue belts. Same with purple. Same with brown. And like your experience, like this is one of the, you know how when Andrew Wilty talks about the scary blue belts that beat up black belts? This is the guy. He was talking about this gremlin right here. He's one of those scary gremlins. Aren't you? Aren't you? Yeah, he's gonna fib about it, but he is. But not all black belts are equal either, you know? So when you're doing that, it's not a matter of like who to work against, which is a part of it because I do think about that too. But it's also about like how are your mechanics working, and what's nice about white belts is that they generally will give you different reactions every time. For example, if you have a little bit of success with a reaction, even if somebody does it well against you to get you, you may try that reaction again because it was difficult for them to try to find a different avenue of attack. It's like when we were doing the false reap lapel stuff and you kept sprawling, you know, because you have a little bit of success early with it, so you kept going back to it to try to find a way around. So learning, doing it as black belts or white belts, don't think or talk down on that. I feel like with where you normally get lapel guard, it's from the lasso position, right?
Something like a lasso reverse does.
Okay.
If they're standing.
So I'm assuming you have like a shell lasso, right? No. Do you have flow lasso or shell lasso? Yeah, remember the only thing I don't like about this guy is that it's very easy for them to start getting it over here.
Yeah. I mean, most of the time I have it here and like as if I'm setting up a tilt sweep.
Okay.
And I find I can control there enough that I can start untucking lapels.
There's also times too that you can use the belt, and I want you to think about the belt more, because here, if you feel, this can be pretty tough to get out, because the volume of friction that there is between the lapel and the belt is pretty high, especially when you push out your stomach.
A lot of people are trying to disengage. I have a couple people with blue pressure.
Yeah,
But
pressure.
Either way, it's easy to untuck it on my ball.
Yeah, so if you can untuck it, great. If you can't, you also have the belt that you can play as well. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So the belt is something I really enjoy to play. It's everything is the same that you do, though the mechanics impact your partner and your opponent differently. Does that make sense? So what's great about the lapel is that it pulls across the mid-back. It helps control the posture. And the belt, what it does better is it controls range significantly easier, right? So if you're here, let's say you like off balance or whatever, the foot through. Now I have like the first grip feed. Just going to angle your butt back here. Perfect. This is for you. No. Yeah, you. Okay. And make sure the person in the camera knew. Anyways, but you can also do this too. Start getting the lapel out. They start fighting the belt. You get the lapel. Same thing. Just going to get this out real quick. So for the sake of helping you. And then just like you've seen me do, feed it over and then just grip exchange. You know what I mean? But this Eric Muniz style, do you still go for this at all?
I haven't really that much. I mean, I will maybe in the beginning when I'm like feeding to a lapel lasso.
Okay. I want you to be cautious about allowing, when you're feeding this, if you have a versatile heave, go ahead and posture up a little bit. If you have a versatile heave, I want you to be very careful about accepting, going for like a wrestle up if they shoot through and above you.
Okay.
You understand?
Yeah.
It's not wrong, but I don't want it to be the first thing that we go for.
Yeah.
So when we're here too,
But
sorry?
yeah.
If you have like a lasso as well, when you have this, you can lift it up to the behind the knee,
Yeah.
create some friction here to slow how quick they can get their arm out too. You know that too, right?
Yeah. I don't have people really trying to lasso.
And obviously too, shoot this through, feed this here as well, right? But with this, you just gotta pay attention to them dropping back for the ankle lock. If they do start going back for that ankle lock, you know, if they start falling back, yeah, you can, I would actually just immediately start defending here. Or you could also like feed the lapel, start defending, coming up and over, or you're gonna make me actually do it. Coming up and over here. But when I come up and over, you see how like I stayed seated on your foot a little bit? Because I don't want you to be able to bring it over that Mikey hook. And then you can get this knee up and over and defend like normal. But when you're doing this, just because we don't have control over who's ankle locking you, we don't understand what their level is. When you do go for like the lasso, if you go all the way deep here like this, and they do start to fall back, sit up and get your heel to their ASIS. Does that make sense? Okay. Reverse elbow worm, is that the biggest thing that you've been going for? And Polish worm rider? Okay. The one thing I will tell you you'll run into, especially with Addison, is if you, excuse me, I'm like burping like crazy. If you do, if you do play Polish worm rider,
Yeah.
when you try to go for this, he will shoot this leg back and
Yeah.
kick it away.
He hasn't too much when I've done it, but yeah.
Yeah, as you start to get it more, he will.
I've been able
So-
to pull him forward with this almost at the back of my heel when I'm
Yeah.
fully inverted.
So when you reach through here, he's gonna kick this leg back and sprawl. He's too strong for you to get, I promise. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna continue to go through and underhook the near leg.
Okay.
Now, there's two things that'll happen here. If you have enough slack in the gi, you could feed it while it's wrapped around your shin. This is a big brain D-tip, but it puts a lot of tension into your shin. It's not necessarily wrong, right? So when I'm here, I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use how wrapped up it is to create tension, circle down, and then I'm gonna feed this lapel to this hand. So if I have enough of it, great, I go. If I don't, then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna let go, and I'm gonna feed this to my hand. Okay, I don't go thumb towards your hip, because this is like for spider guard, or squid guard. So I do thumb away, like this. Now we go for a lapel de plata. Whether I continue to take you over, or I rotate myself up and around to come on top, right? Does that make sense? Yeah. And the more you get the knee on the shoulder, the better, but it's not required. Do you understand?
Get the knee on the shoulder.
Yeah, so like think of like K-guard, like here like this.
Oh, knee on the shoulder, okay.
Yeah, because this is much easier to off balance and defend from there.
Yep.
That make sense? So if you fail, which is not even really a fail, if they take it away from you, the lapel lasso, and you're gonna go pull a Schwurm rider, and you're going for this leg, you're like this, and they pull it back. Okay, good. Look, you see how I brought you forward?
Yeah.
I shoot to the near leg here. Does that make sense? You know, and then if you somehow shoot this leg back now, here, I go for the other one, now I feed it. And but I really mean this with love. There's no way you can defend the third attempt.
Yeah.
Well, I guess third attempt. Because the first one you went for the pull Schwurm rider. The second one we went for the lapel de plata. If you sprawl that all the way back, you have the right angle you should be able to grab this no matter what. And then this is coming up in here like this and attacking however you'd like to attack. You know? But the biggest thing I want you to emphasize, same thing I was telling Abby, is that when you're sweeping with lapel guard, do your best to make sure that your partner is swept in a way that do not get a guard. If you do a good job of that and you get your 2 points while you're on top, let's say you're going up against an opponent in the absolute, bigger, stronger, you feel that they're wrestling up. So what'll happen is, if you can prevent them from getting their knee under you to get single leg X, you can literally just let them come up. They get 0 points because it's a reversal. You have the lapel guard, and you're literally up. You got 2 points in that exchange, and you still have the lapel, which is such a huge advantage because lapel guard's guard retention is extremely strong. Yeah. How do you feel about the lapel de plata? Do you do?
I've not been playing a ton of lapel guard. Normally it's like the first try I gave, so I've not had many people defending properly to where I have the reaction to go for it.
Okay, we'll try to get as many rounds as we can tonight. Shout out to Michael. I'm gonna have this little turd go for it on you tonight, Mr. Michael. I think he'd be a good one to really work it against. The thing that's gonna be nice with him is that I think he's gonna fall back for your ankles a lot, and all that is an opportunity to defend. But what you're gonna do is you're gonna train him not to go for ankles. So what'll happen is you will feel that temptation to be frustrated because you don't get to work exactly what you want. But it's not that. You're gonna practice the people that will ignorantly fall back. When you defend that consistently against him, if he keeps getting shocked every time he touches it, what's he gonna do? Something different. Or he'll try it one time, it fails, he'll try it something else, and he's gonna give you a different reaction. So what you gotta do is you also have to train him how to deal with it the way you want him to. You understand? Who's another good one? Depending on how Addison feels tonight, if he's in, and then we'll probably have Dustin here too. He'd be a good one.
Do you think Addison's will be here tonight?
I really hope so. His ear's been bugging him pretty good. You miss him? You miss Addison.
You said Dustin's will be here too?
Yeah? Does that mean you won't miss him? If Dustin's here?
I'll miss him.
You guys hear this? Can't believe him. He misses Addison a lot. I do too. Anyways. Alright. Okay. I think your thing is going to be a lot of lapel lasso. But I want to watch you spar some so I can see you actually set it up. Do people try to pass you often from when you're trying to set it up?
I might be trying, but I'm keeping good frames.
The only thing you got to think about is when you're feeding the lapel lasso. If you're being lazy potentially, they'll try to throw the leg to the opposite side. Again, it's easy to retain if you're paying attention. I mean, a position's only bad if you don't know what to do. The other one is that will do basically a cartwheel. All it does is untangle the lapel lasso. You can immediately throw it back in, or just follow them up and over, and then they're in front of you. But the most important thing is if they're being spazzy, you know, like kind of like Gomez was against Tynan at that one point, like doing a lot of this stuff. Like, just focus on their basically their center mass right here. Okay, kind of at the hip line, and you're gonna be fine. Plus, remember, you have them. It's like a dog on a leash. No matter what that dog does, you have the lapel. They're on a leash. You know what I mean? So, okay. Can't think of anything else. I think we should probably get to sparring here in a second. Oh, there we go. Look at that big guy.
Cut your angle. Lincoln, think about hipping out and under. Keep her shoulder tight, don't let it go.
try to put her to sleep. All right.
I do want her to go to sleep.
No, don't do that.
She needs a nap.
Oh my gosh. I don't know. I think he's around you too much. All right. I think I feel good about your lapel stuff.
I don't actually want you to.
So I think what we're gonna work tonight. I'm gonna see guard pulses to some of your stage 1 stuff. But after like the first 2 rounds, especially in the very beginning, let's go to your stage 2 and practice that. Can you film your rounds tonight? Okay. Because I gotta get my rounds in too. I'm gonna have Michael start filming his stuff. Cool. Yeah.
I took a Doy wanted me to film his round last night. I guess he had a tripod or something, so I just
They're pretty cheap on Amazon.
I had to take a round off. So.
Oh, that's nice of you. It's very sweet. All right. Finish up the like 2 more reps. You think it'll help him? And you drink water. We're gonna do some Ironman rounds.
Yay! Finally, the fun part.
You have to learn to love drilling, buddy. Remember, if you can love what people hate in this sport, you will be better than them. All right, Mr. I No Pants. Show Ethan. Ethan's gonna help you.
I just like.
And you. Anyways, hope you guys have enjoyed some of this training. We're going to get ready to do some Ironman rounds, spar, pressure test. It's been a interesting week because Addison has been sick all week, unfortunately. And he's exactly my size. I'm the Ethan, ranks Abby, it's his size. But then we also have one of our good friends, training partners, Josh. He's normally in. Poor guy has goofed up his ribs. Any of you that have rib injuries know how fun that is to deal with. Fun. And yeah, we had Seth come in Monday. Seth is probably one of the most dangerous and scariest white belts because Seth trains 1 to 2, sometimes randomly 3 times a week. Sometimes he doesn't come in for a week because, you know, he's busy with his work and he's a police officer, so things get crazy. He's got 12-hour shifts. What? Who works 12 hours in a row? I don't know. Apparently, well, I guess Mikey Musumeci and then eats pizza all night, but look at these guys working over here. Hey, the collar drag would be a good one for him.
Oh, you want me to teach him collar drag?
Hey, Lincoln, you should try the collar sleeve and then do the collar drag stuff with Ethan real quick, and then we'll spar.
Collar sleeve stuff and collar drag, like the flat back stuff or what?
See how quick he picks up that collar drag first. That'd be huge. Imagine these big muscles collar dragging people down. What do you say?
It's a huge.
Crazy kid. All right, we're gonna leave this on here for a little bit longer. See if you guys have any questions. Have a little bit of fun, and then we'll probably film the sparring, or I may end up taking it down because I want to turn the heater on a little bit so I can get a good sweat. But this week has been a big. Every practice is skill acquisition, but it's been more skill acquisition, taking it easier. So we'll probably end up having to do some bikes, which Ethan loves conditioning. Loves the conditioning. Collar drags. What does this button do? What? Looking at some of the buttons on my screen right now. What is this? Those of you that don't know, that little turd, it's my boy. He's competing in his first pans, which is gonna be really fun. Then we've got Ethan in the back. He's our first adult pan champion out of our gym, and actually this whole area too. And then we have his sister, which is also gonna be competing in pans. And yeah, she's really good. She's got a real scary collar sleeve, really good triangle, and she's been working a lot of the lapel guard stuff. I don't show lapel guard to the whole team because obviously there's a lot of other things I want us to focus on, but there are some that come a lot. Like she trains. Yesterday she came to our 7:30 a.m. practice, then our 4:30 competition kids practice, then the 5:30 no gi for kids, and normally she would say for adult, but her neck was bugging her a little bit, but she trains a lot. So there's like her and one other athlete in our youth practice I show the lapel stuff to, and yeah, they're getting it pretty good. But we generally split our guard play for our more advanced ones that compete a lot, train a lot, into 2 stages. So you have stage 1, it's a lot of offense, focusing on like getting the collar sleeve, looking for the finish, and obviously taking what's best and available to you. Then we have stage 2, which basically is playing lapel guard. It's tying your opponent up, looking to off balance, take the back, but like slowing it down. You have to have like almost 2 mindsets to play those guards because they're polar opposite. You got collar sleeve, it's like a real glass cannon for those that understand like video game terms. You're looking to go for the kill the whole time. But then you have lapel guard, which is very in-depth with a lot of grip feeds and different avenues of attacking. A lot of people used to see play lapel guard though. They have like one means of attack, and generally it's reverse cellar worm because reverse cellar worm is the strongest and easiest one to go for. I say easy if you obviously know what you're doing, but where lapel guard really shines is if you have the ability to constantly exchange and change grips and go for different attacks. Because if you're like one-dimensional, for example, you only have 1 attack or 2 attacks, it's very easy to catch that person. To be able to like basically like obviously break their guard and beat them. And a lot of people that play lapel guard, they're 1 or 2 dimensional. It's pretty easy to beat those people. It's when you can like mix and hide your grip exchanges to your partner isn't aware of what you're doing, which is when you guys have a lot of success. One of my matches you saw a lot of that of was my match with Dante. I don't remember how to pronounce his last name. One of JT Torres' black belts, really talented. Ended up losing at the end. Made a experience error with where the points were because I was up on points with like a minute and a half or something like that left. Should have played a little smarter. Is what it is. Got to learn those lessons to help these guys out and myself. But the volume of grip exchanges that I had with him is what was giving me so much success with my lapel attacks. And it wasn't like I was exchanging every 5 seconds, but with every grip exchange, I have 2 to 3 different attacks in each of those positions. And I feel super confident there because I've been playing lapel guard since I was a blue belt. And I started jiu-jitsu in 2009. Maybe I got my blue belt and I don't remember. It's like, I feel like 2011, 2012. Because after my first MMA fight. That's a weird way to get promoted because I had an adrenaline dump. It's really bad. Thankfully, though, my jiu-jitsu was like way better than that dude. Otherwise, that would have been a real tough day for me. Let's see this kid do a couple collar drags. Keep on. If you guys got any questions, you guys need any help, now's the time because we're about to kill the stream here pretty soon. Unless you guys need some help. If you guys are watching the playback, don't forget to subscribe and let me know how I can be a good step coach to you. Good, I say step coach because I can't be your main coach, but I can be your step coach. It's not bad. Once you do it for like 4 more minutes, Lincoln. You want to get better? Okay. You gotta learn to love the stuff you hate.
So I want you to think about hopping more.
Okay? I love watching people get better. She's like, he's so strong.
Yeah, first time I did it.
All right. See those bikes behind me? A lot of suffering. Unless suffering goes on there. Are you kidding me? I spilled it again. One thing we're doing here as well is I'm gonna adjust some of the lighting. I have to. We got these like daytime lights when we first moved in here. And if the sun is setting or rising, it feels like it's darker in here. Which morning practice, sun's rising. And night practice, sun is setting. So just about every time we're in here, that's what happens.
I know. Looks like it did.
You can also do it from collar sleeve as well too.
It's just, I figured it's be easier teaching from like open guard.
It's a great starting point.
Think about when you
We may have to start doing a guard.
I watched my butt.
Their next guard study doing some collar drag stuff.
Okay. Like right across from
So
me.
look, when I'm sitting here, I got Carter. I'm trying to see where my hand is.
I don't know how many of y'all got kids, but watching them actually focus to get better is pretty neat.
So keep your feet close to your hip. Your hand on the ground. But you want to keep switch hips. So you see how you're kind of you hop like this. I want you to think about hop like this.
Okay.
All right, guys. What we're gonna do is we're gonna end up killing the stream. I want you guys to remember, any questions you guys have, I really want to help. I want to contribute to your jiu-jitsu. I'm not your coach, but I will be your step coach if you want one. So don't be afraid to reach out. If you guys look in the description, you guys are gonna see where all of our all the ways you can get a hold of me is. If you guys need help, please reach out. You guys are welcome to comment on the video. Any questions about lapel guard, jiu-jitsu in general? Love to give you my perspective, maybe to help you guys get better a little faster. And just remember, the most important thing you guys can do to help improve in jiu-jitsu is just focus on improving your level. Winning, losing, competing, losing, winning, none of that matters. What matters is that you guys are improving your level, having fun, and let's be real, making good friendships. So anyways, catch you guys in the next one, and we'll see you guys later. Bye-bye. Don't forget, subscribe or your jiu-jitsu is gonna get worse.